Air travel has become a cornerstone of our modern world, connecting people and cultures like never before. It's hard to imagine a time when hopping on a plane to visit a friend or explore a new city wasn't part of our everyday lives. But as we soar through the skies, we must also confront a pressing reality: the environmental impact of aviation and its role in climate change. Let's break it down. According to the International Council on Clean Transportation, aviation accounted for about 2.4% of global CO2 emissions in 2018, and that number is expected to rise. Now, that might seem like a small percentage, but let's not underestimate the significance of those emissions. Every time a jet engine fires up, it burns jet fuel, which reacts with oxygen in the atmosphere, producing carbon dioxide, a major greenhouse gas. This gas allows sunlight to pass through but traps the heat radiated from Earth, contributing to global warming. And the consequences of this warming trend? They're vast and alarming. Rising sea levels threaten coastal communities. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and severe, and biodiversity loss is disrupting ecosystems. All of this stems from the simple act of flying, which many of us take for granted. But wait, there's more. Aviation doesn't just emit CO2. It also releases nitrogen oxides, water vapor, and soot particles. These emissions, especially when released at high altitudes, can form contrails and cirrus clouds that trap heat even more effectively than natural clouds. Talk about a double whammy. And let's not forget about the emissions generated during aircraft production and airport operations. Building new runways and terminals requires heavy machinery and concrete, both significant sources of CO2 emissions. So, while we're enjoying the convenience of air travel, it's crucial to acknowledge the environmental footprint it leaves behind. Now, you might be wondering why high-altitude emissions are particularly concerning. Well, they linger in the atmosphere longer due to minimal mixing in the upper troposphere and lower stratosphere. This means they have a more pronounced warming effect. Plus, nitrogen oxides can contribute to ozone depletion, which protects us from harmful UV radiation. It's a complex web, but the bottom line is clear. Aviation emissions have a disproportionate effect on our planet's climate. But here's the silver lining. There's a growing commitment within the aviation industry to address these challenges. Innovations in aircraft design and engine technology have improved fuel efficiency by over 20% in the past decade. Airlines are exploring sustainable aviation fuels derived from renewable sources, which can significantly reduce carbon emissions. Manufacturers are developing lighter materials and more efficient engines, and airlines are optimizing flight routes to minimize emissions. So, what can you, as a traveler, do? First, consider flying less frequently. When you do fly, opt for direct flights to cut down on emissions from takeoffs and landings. You can also invest in renewable energy projects or carbon offset programs to balance your travel emissions. Every little bit helps. Now, it's clear that the aviation industry's growth comes with significant environmental consequences, but there's hope. With innovation, awareness, and collective action, we can work toward a future where air travel and environmental sustainability coexist. So next time you board that plane, remember, you're part of a larger story. Together, we can ensure that the skies remain a place of adventure and connection while protecting the health of our planet for generations to come. Buckle up, because the journey toward a greener future is just getting started.